there is no reason why anyone would hate an African or would not love an African or love Africa. Every race love Africa. Everyone love Africa. Everyone. The races that hate black Americans here love Africans. I can engage a Chinese guy, he'll tell me, yeah, you're from the West. For Russia, they will tell you, I know this from the West, I know that from the West, I know you from the West. If you tell anyone you're African, and if for any country that is not black, their facial expression changes. I never asked one why it does. Their trust level off the roof. Their guards brought down. Relationship just flows. Why? Simple. Because Africa is a place where everyone on earth consider home. It's impossible. It's impossible not to love the continent and those from there. One thing I always say though, and I'm not upset with whites who go there, because Africa is actually the best continent on earth. Best, period. Those are other countries that are not black, they know that. Africa is the best. China will say that any day. Africa is the best place on earth. With all the sophistication that China has, with all the sophistication America has, with all the sophistication Russia has, with all the sophistication other countries in the world possess. Why do they say Africa is the greatest place on earth to live and be? People don't measure greatness on military power. Folks measure greatness on the sword. Ain't no race in the world, period, are competitive in any level than Africans. None. Ain't no race in the world as smart as Africans. Ain't no race in the world are hardworking than Africans. Ain't no race in the world that have empathy than Africans. So it makes profound sense. White people don't hate something that is not greater than them. When you hear white people saying, I don't like that thing, there's a reason behind it. I'm very, very key to that. That thing, it's better off them, it's better, it's competitive, untouchable, something that thing that is greater than they are, or something just too unique for them. And their reaction to that thing explains a lot. There'll be no way in the world I would demean America in any form, in any way. Never. Because I wouldn't want anyone to do it to the place I'm from, to my birthplace. I'm an African, hands down. You know, I would never trade that for anything. And I don't expect any other race of people, I don't expect an American to trade their country to become an African. No. God placed us in unique places for a reason. Me being born in Africa is not accidental. It's a reason. Anyone who's born in America is for a reason. So nothing is accidental. Everything is planned and divine. Now, because everything is planned and divine, I don't expect others to criticize where God placed me or where God placed others. And I'm not supposed to criticize others that God placed here in America for a reason. So one encounter I remember, and it made me laugh, literally laugh. The lady thought I was an African American. She thought I was. So for some reason, I think I parked my car in a way that she could not have gotten out of the car. So I realized that, and I pulled my car back, and I kind of parked properly. She came out of the car and said, "How about you go back to Africa? Because maybe you don't belong in America. You don't appreciate the spaces that we create for you. Maybe if you go back to Africa, you will see what life is like there." I'll say, oh no, I'm an African. I know what life is there. She said, I apologize. Why did she apologize? Because she heard me speak. Not only did I speak, but I told her, yeah, I know that. I know. Now, do you know what white people use The jungle, go back to Africa. Africa, the poor place. Pictures that looks poor, animals, trees, jungle, the worst and the worst and the worst and the worst and the worst. Because at the time that they needed blacks most, it would have been depressing for them to go to Africa and come back and tell black Americans that Africa is better than here. It means every African would have gotten on our boat back to Africa. But to keep them here and use them and take the worst of worst picture in the worst places and bring it here and promote that. So black Americans' imagery of Africa is what the white man presents to them. So when we come here, they see us as the picture that is being drawn by white people. So the level of disrespect for us go, because the white people level of disrespect for African go, not knowing it's a reverse psychology. The respect for African is not down, it's greater. White people don't like Africa, that's a lie. They do that to discourage black Americans. I love you, God bless.